This is Richard Fowler. I'm John Kilpatrick with Okolona Aikido, Louisville, Kentucky, USA. And usually when we do leading, we show it from straight attacks. Conceptually, that's simpler because the model for this is a bullfight, and the bull is charging the matador, and the matador holds up his surrogate target, and then he steps out of the way, and the bull charges through. And with a Yokomen Uchi, the attack is coming from the side and hitting here. Well, you know, if I try to lead it through this way, it's not going to help me any. I'm going to get smashed. And so what we're going to do is when he strikes here, I'm going to put my hands up, and I'm letting it touch now, but I'm letting my hands be a surrogate target. And so then he strikes at the target, and I move my hands so that I don't touch the stick. This is leading, not parrying or anything. And so I'm going to use that to get him to strike a little short so that he doesn't chase me when I move. And then the other thing I'm going to do is step out of range of the Joe. So as he strikes and he hits here, now I'm going to take a slight step and pivot, and that's going to get me out of the range of the Joe. And you'll notice I'm going straight to the side. I want to be out of the range of the Joe. If he's striking and I step in, that doesn't help me any. I get hit. If he's striking and I step back, well, that gets me out of range of the Joe, but it also gets me so far away I can't do anything with him. If he's in Aikido, he's going to come back and thrust. Then I've got to deal with the thrust, which we can do, and we'll show that. And then if I have more than one attacker, they'll probably prefer to be on opposite sides of me. And if I step back from him, I'm stepping right into the other guy. Whereas if I pivot and stay on this line, then I'm moving away from both of them, and I can face this guy while I'm dealing with that guy. So that's a real plus. And we can go the other way then. So he strikes, and I'm pivoting, and I go far enough that it clears. And for both of them then, here's the coordination. As he goes, my hands come up. Now when I pivot, I drop my hands and pivot, and then my hands come up again and I strike. I don't pull my hands back. If I pull my hands back like this, now I'm not where I can do anything, and I can get hurt. So it's really important to have both hands toward my partner. And if he strikes with the Yokomen and then follows with a ski, then I'm here, and now I'm going to lead the ski with this hand. And this hand would be hitting him. So that would look kind of like this, see? Here, whoops. So that would be here. And I'm leading that ski with this hand and hitting here. And then we can do that to the other side. To show that to the other side, let's just go ahead and turn around because it'll be behind. So if we're, let the strike come from the same direction. And so this would be here, and now you come in to thrust, and I pivot here and strike. So that's two leads. That's a lead for the Yokomen, and then a lead for the ski. And then with the knife, and it's the same thing. We're doing exactly the same thing with a strike with the hand or a strike with the knife. And so this would be the kind of thing you would use to deal with a haymaker, or that kind of empty hand technique, or with a Yokomen. So it's the same thing. He's trying to cut there. And So as he cuts, I put this up, I get his attention, then I drop my hands as I pivot, and then my hands come up as I step in. And again, this could be Kokinagi, where I grab his crotch and his head. It could be a Rinninagi, where I come through, or it could be something like a Tenchinagi, where I'm throwing him back toward an attacker from behind me. So if we show that, it's, and if he's coming, if he comes from the other side, I can move this way, and so then I'm stepping back in, hitting and driving through him. So the coordination is the same. My hands come up. As I pivot, I lead this in front of me, and then I come back in and strike. So it would look like this then. And that's that with the knife. Now, if he does a snap thrust type thing where he comes in and slashes and then follows it with a thrust, then yeah, that kind of movement, then I'm here, and I'm hitting here and driving through it. And let's turn around. And so then if I go to his backside, and I'm leading this past me and hitting, and then following through with those same throws.